Hardware.
All right, we are live.
So I prepared for a whole show, right? I came in with my overrated, with my underrated, with my not so rated, and I look up the title of the show just so to make sure when I'm sharing it places I know exactly what to promote it as. And I hear Sunday Free Show.
No, I just put it that because I could not remember when I was doing the title what the hell we were talking about. We
I
have a
like that we're both
subject.
just keeping the names though.
Yeah, like we have a subject. I just could not for the life of me remember what the fuck it was.
Yes, no, we were supposed to do overrated stuff and underrated stuff because I said something about Berserk last week, and
Yeah, and
you're
I
like,
said it was
I never
overrated.
liked Berserk.
What I grumbled about it. Yeah, I don't think it deserves the praise it gets. And again, that comes with being around for so long. You know what I mean? Knowing the stories that contain within the story itself, like yeah, okay, anyways, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Dead Man. That's Gibby. Um, we're here to talk about some overrated stuff, some underrated stuff, some overhyped stuff. I did send you a couple of OVAs. Did you ever get a chance?
I was in the middle of watching one. I was in the middle of watching. Which one was it? It was the demon one. I know that doesn't help at all when it
That
comes
doesn't
to.
help at all.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. Twilight of the Dark Master. That was the one I was
Yeah.
in the middle of watching. Uh, I gotta remember how brutal as shit the '90s were, because man, every time I know when I say this, I've said this a couple times now, but every time I watch a '90s anime, I gotta remember just how brutal it actually is.
Yeah, it's a they're out there, and especially that one. It's one of my favorites. Has a couple. I mean, like I said, I guess that kind of just goes with the I guess cyberpunk theme, but it's so bleak and God, it's such a cool story though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I well, oh god, I need to
Yeah,
quit
I've
smoking.
had
That's
the
my
flu for
problem.
the last week.
Oh, dude, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, I don't know what uh I don't know what got I pissed off in like the last week or so. But the absolute hell I have been enduring this summer is nothing I have faced before.
Yeah, I rarely get sick, but this week I've just been in bed this whole week, just not moving because of the fucking flu, and
There ain't
because
shit you could get me
yeah,
to.
I couldn't do fuck all, dude. And like what's fucked up is because I have certain things and I have certain medications I'm on. Whenever I get sick, it's like four times worse than just being regular ass sick. So
Ooh.
like yeah, if I get the flu, I don't just like oh a little body ache and some coughing. No, dude, I'm put the fuck out. I'm down. I'm down. I'm dead. It sucks. I also saw that we got a comment on one of our TikTok videos about you growing out a mullet, and I think now you have to become the Michigan mullet.
I see. All right, dead man. Look, I like for my girlfriend to actually want to physically be attracted to me and want to touch me, and I feel like that mullet is just gonna cause a little bit of a rift. And I'm not trying to do that. So
Nah, you're fine.
so I think the mullet is gonna have to be called out as much as I
Nah,
would like
you're
it.
fine. You're fine.
Speaking
You'll be
of
all right.
speaking of getting comments on little social media posts that I make, somebody made a comment about what about the ass and tits, or not the ass and tits, the face and tits thing. Somebody decided to get a little uppity in YouTube and be like, "Brother, go touch grass." Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, girlfriend just said. She's like, "But I said it," and it's like that's what I'm thinking. Like I wasn't the one that said it. I just said what she. I just wrote what she said. I'm just reciprocating it. I'm.
Go
St- I am so
go
sick of
touch
these.
grass.
Yeah, I'm sick of these fucking nerds using the go touch grass, bro. I
Uh huh.
yeah, that was my face too. I looked at it and I liked it and I moved on because I'm a normal civilized human being that A comment gets said. Well, it got said.
When we're talking about a scene in Ghost in the Shell where she is nothing but a torso, and it's not a human being either, it is an artificial body.
It is a robot. Okay, it's a robot. That's
What?
what it was.
Yeah,
I don't,
what?
man. I don't know. I have reached my limit with these. I've reached my limit with these fucking nerds, these new anime fans. And mind you, like I'm a new anime fan as it is. I'm not. I haven't been around forever like a lot of people have,
Hmm.
but I just recently seen that apparently a new mangaka has just straight up quit doing it. Like she just said, "Hey, I'm done writing. I
Yeah.
quit." Like you guys have ran me through the fucking ringer for like the last week, and I'm done with it. So I'm done. I'm good. I'm Gucci. And that sucks. That sucks that we are now in an age where people feel like they need to consistently put their bullshit opinions onto something or harass a creator because of it. Like when the when the weirdos got to Gachiakatsu and they seen that, they're like, oh, this character is trans, or oh, these two characters are bumping the same uglies. And she's like, no, no, they're not. They're nothing like that. Well, how would you know? Because I wrote the motherfucker. Why do you think I would know what it's like?
Yeah. Like there's been several times where like manga artists have just fucking quit. Honestly, all we almost lost all of One Punch Man because people were being shitty. And it's like, yes, dude, they're people. They're still fucking people with feelings and careers and shit they got to take care of. They can't just sit around catering to your bullshit. And
No.
that's one of the things that was like when you say they need to listen to the fans, and I keep saying, fuck no. No, they don't.
The more the more I see, the more that I retract that statement. I retcon that whole statement. Don't listen to fans. Ignore them.
No.
Don't let them speak any type of word that they're saying, because holy shit, you guys don't know how to treat even the basic creators with human decency. Because I never understood why mangakas did the whole like hide their face or had a little avatar or something. Totally get it. Wholeheartedly understand it now. If I was Fujimoto after the Chainsaw Man ending of the
Uh,
manga, I would be so terrified to people even know a general location of where I lived,
yeah,
let alone anything
and
else.
these fucking people. They're disgusting. And yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, like, yeah, there's been more than a couple of like Masamune Shido. Masamune Shido was the guy that did the original Ghost in the Shell. He doesn't do much at all anymore because of the way fans came around his project and started trying to project their own bullshit and issues on his characters, and he's just like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
No,
He had a huge career, not only with Ghost in the Shell but Black Magic M88. He's like he was part of the Pat Labor team. He did a whole bunch of stuff, especially with these cybernetic futuristic stories, and he also did a whole bunch of like old school weird, Chinese and Japanese folklore stuff. But people would always just come around and try to project their own bullshit on his work, and he just stopped doing it. Which is why Standalone Complex is not done by him. It's done by somebody completely different with a completely different take on the original character.
I think that's shitty. I think if you want to put something out, you should be able to. Like, yeah, obviously you're gonna get flack because it goes back to the old saying of like, if you're gonna make something, prepare to have it criticized, which is fair, because it's gonna be criticized no matter what,
Yeah,
no matter if it's good, if it's bad, if it's the next Michelangelo's David, it's still gonna get criticized no matter what. But there's a certain extent where it's criticizing a product because you don't like it, next to criticizing a product just because you're a lame cunt.
yeah, and let's face it, like media literacy is like dead. Like my brother has said it on several times. Media literacy is fucking dead. Like we
Oh,
can't
no,
we
of course.
can't count on nuance anymore.
No, no, there's no more nuance. If it's not explained, you have people being like, "Well, I don't understand why they said it like this. I don't understand why they did it. I don't get it. I don't understand." Instead of being said, "I don't know." Like you could read the transcript. I promise you, within a day, if you don't understand it, there's going to be 5 YouTubers or 5 TikTokers that will, with a little bit of knowledge that actually do kind of read, that will explain what is happening. The
No,
good
no,
part is I have a dead man. So if I don't understand it, I can be like, "Hey, what does this mean?" And
yeah.
he can explain it to me. So I have a dead man. You need to find a dead man to like explain it if you don't get it.
Well, I'm happy to be of use, and no, I'm being serious. I am. I'm happy to be of use, and
Of
because
course.
we are creatives, we've had our work criticized. You know what I mean? Like Persona Mortis wasn't 1,000% good reviews. There's been a couple of detractors, a couple of people who said it was too violent. You know, I've shared a couple of those comments with you in private. Same thing with some of my characters that I've written. Like fucking my biggest controversial ones are Juice and Leaf. From Dark Charm Presents. I am always worried about how they're perceived and what they do and how they do it, and they have not always gotten a good reception because they're not good people. They're bad guys. They're evil. They're chaos incarnate, and they don't always do good things. In fact, most of the time you see them, they're not doing good things.
They're doing things that they got asked to do or they got told to do.
Asked is the best way to do it. I can't tell those two what to do,
Yeah,
but
asked is the best way that I'm going to be able to say that.
we've had our work criticized. It doesn't bother us because people need to learn the distinction between I don't like this and this is not good. You know what I mean?
I think that's a major problem is we can no longer figure out that happy medium, and that's where a lot of the bad shit is coming from. Because I've always been on the side of if you love something, you should be able to criticize. I think all media should be able to be criticized, no
Yes,
matter what.
absolutely.
Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about that then, because no, fuck that. That's that's always a weird topic too, because you have people that will have media they will die for. I mean, absolutely will land on the knife for it, but it is just some of the most poorly written, poorly drawn, so just baseline unenthusiastic characters known to man, and you try and point it out, but it's peak storytelling. Don't you understand that? It's absolute.
No, fucking Twilight. Twilight is one of the biggest selling franchises of all times, and it is objectively bad. All right, it is bad storytelling. It's bad writing. It was bad from day one, and the fact that I don't like it has nothing to do with it because I cannot like it on a personal level. But I had to look at this like as a critic, as something that stands out in media. Like, does this stand alone? Is this a good story? Is it well written? Is the dialogue okay? So anything. I have these criteria I have to go through, as somebody who reviews media and talks about media. And no, Twilight is not fucking good. But tell a Twilight fan that.
No, no, hell to the no, hell to the no. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. I have argued with so many people in my life over stories that they just sometimes are like I can't do it anymore.
Like,
I can't do it.
what was another one? 50 Shades of Grey. That was another one.
Oh, I
People will
refuse.
throw themselves on the sword for, as you put, and it's. I've not read or watched a single fucking sentence or minute of those movies or books. I don't fucking need the most. And I've said this before. The most I've ever heard is Gilbert Gottfried reading excerpts for a college humor skit. My inner goddess was dancing. That's the most I've
You
heard of
could
that fucking story. But
and you could throw Gilbert Godfrey reading anything, and I am all for it.
I believe
Just with how it is. His voice is always one of those kills me.
It's wonderful, and I think it was Mara Wilson that actually took to Twitter and just had this huge campaign against what's up, Mustard. Welcome to the show. Who had this huge campaign? The actress that played Matilda had this huge campaign on Twitter against 50 Shades of Grey. And that's, dude,
Seriously?
not bullshitting you. You can actually look it up. Mara Wilson versus 50 Shades of Grey. She would for months put out books that were better than what 50 Shades of Grey was purporting to be. Now, here's the thing. I've never read a single sentence. I've never watched a single minute, but I have heard all the story synopses. I've heard all the points of it. And that is not that's abuse. That's abuse and rape, and it's not a good fucking story.
Well,
But tell that to a 50 Shades fan.
no. That's that's in the I seen a picture that made a comment about that. It's like the only difference between 50 Shades of Grey and an episode of Criminal Minds is the guy in 50 Shades of Grey is hot
And rich.
and rich. God damn, you both said the same thing at the same time. It's not wrong, because like you read 50 Shades of Grey, because I did. I've read one of them and I was like, you know what? I did once, don't need to do it again. Read one book, I don't need to do any of that. This is not my type of story. I'm not a huge fan of smut. I don't even like that area. I just push it along and go about my business. That was a lot to take in. That was a whole lot to take in.
There's a podcast I listen to on the regular called Hey Scoops. It has Matt Mattingly, who's been on the show, Jacob the Audio Guy, and the My Noodler, Matt Mattingly. Anyways, Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. That's what it's called. Thank you, Paul Mattingly. Has been on this show, but they did a parody in Vegas of 50 Shades of Grey, where these dudes were overweight and they come out and do like a parody stage show singing about this stupid bullshit in the fucking book, including the song "We Fucked for 6 Minutes."
Oh, ooh. I don't want to see that. I'm good.
It's
I think I'd ever
hilarious.
I might watch it, but that's something I'd have to get a little shitter to do that one. Now, if we're going to talk about overrated, I want to say Naruto is on that list for me.
Really?
Really, Naruto is on that list for me, because me personally, I will say my gripes. I
Okay.
think it is a very basic story of it is a very basic coming of age story where you get your little training arcs, you get your deaths, you get your important things. It's basic. It doesn't leave me with anything but more of like, that happened. That was cool, I guess. Flashy colors. Yeah, that was dope. That was awesome. Okay, that was cool. But you try and tell a Naruto fan that like they don't like it. Oh my god! But did you watch the 38th movie they had in between the Leaf Village and the Pain arc? There was so much miscontext. Like, look, dude, I actually enjoy the feel of another human being touching my skin. So I really don't want to invest time in something I don't like already.
I have to agree. Naruto is one of those basic chosen one, storylines that have been around for fucking ever.
For ages. Ages.
And I will never forgive them for doing the Lee family wrong. Never do it. I'll never forgive them.
You have a hate boner for what they did to the Lees.
Dude, yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I am fucking sorry. Like, if you're gonna tell me that the ones with the most gumption, the ones with the biggest skill, are the ones that always win, and you're just gonna nerf the Lees, the motherfuckers who come in with no demons possessing them, no fucking gods. Yeah, no gods blessing their fucking
Cold
souls.
hands.
Nothing, just straight fists and these motherfuckers are standing 10 toes with like Gara of the Sands, and but somehow the Lees somehow lose.
every time.
Not every time. Get fucked. Get absolutely fucked. Breaking your own fucking rule. And also, let's not forget that's one of the most iconic scenes to ever come out of Naruto is Rock Lee dropping those weights and having those fucking and everybody going,
I know what that's from. I can name exactly where that's from.
yeah,
That's the killer, because a lot of other scenes from Naruto, like, you're kind of, I think I know what this is, but you see that scene right there and you're like, oh, that's from Naruto. Like, you don't even got to think about it.
yeah, and
That's the another scene is, again, dealing with Rock Lee when he comes in
welcome to
absolutely
the show,
shittered
Wanda.
with a bottle of whiskey in his hand and he's just swaying, ready to fight.
Yeah,
Any
drunken
other show?
boxing.
Exactly. And you see that and you're like, oh, that's Naruto. That's when Rock Lee got shittered and fought drunk off his ass.
And but Naruto, I agree with you, is absolutely overrated, and it's not, and once again we have to spell this out for folks who are just tuning in or are going to listen to this part. Just because we don't like it or we think it's overrated doesn't mean it's not good or that it doesn't hold the place in anime or storytelling history.
Just doesn't
And
tickle my taint in a way that stays with me.
yeah, these are all personal opinions, which is something that this is the only place I express opinions. Uh, and I really tried to like Naruto, but the Chosen One story, tale as old as time. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen does it. Fucking Solo Leveling does it.
Yeah, okay.
Star Wars did it.
But the different, okay, I will
Dune.
stand in defense of Jujutsu Kaisen though, because it's a lot different than than how Naruto did it. Fucking Yuji came from a dead woman's corpse that got reanimated by a brain with a plan. Naruto just came out of two people and he just became a shell for a demon. Two totally different chosen ones.
One Piece. I don't know if One Piece did the Chosen One thing.
They did not do a chosen one.
No,
It's
they did
more
not.
of
He,
just like liberation kind of thing. Like every generation had a liberator, because there was. I know. Unfortunately, One Piece is overrated on some aspects.
you're not gonna hear me argue.
It's coming from a One Piece fan.
Yeah, I know it
Like
is.
I love One Piece to death. I want to get the Buggy the Clown symbol tattooed on me at some point. But you talk to a One Piece fan, they're just as insufferable as a Dragon Ball Z fan. Every single time.
I have one living
If I
with
hear
me.
if I hear the words, but can they beat Goku, come out of anybody's mouth, I'm gonna kick them right in the genitalia. Power scaling has not fucking mattered since the top three stopped being serialized.
Power scaling is bullshit. All right, and Goku is not undefeatable. In fact, it's quite canon that he loses and dies a lot.
Yeah, you'd be surprised somebody who got revived by the Dragon Ball 25,000 times would continuously be put at the top of everybody's could whoop anybody else's ass list. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah. Wanda says, like Deadman said, overrated doesn't mean not good. I don't think it's overrated personally, but agreeing on everything else is boring. Yeah. Thank you, Wanda. And One Piece didn't do the Chosen One thing. One Piece, Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, made himself the chosen one. Like the story did not make him the guy. Luffy did it. He works for everything he has. He works for all his powers. He works for all his power ups. He works for all his friends and his crew. There is no part where the story was like, no, this guy is the main character. There's been other people more powerful than him. Shanks is more powerful than him. Fucking
Shanks, Kaido.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
On a technicality, Buggy.
Buggy is also more powerful than him, but you know the thing
Buggy is
is
the joke character of the entire series.
he's the guy character. Uh, he has the will of the team. What? I'm wrong. I'm not wrong.
Boo.
No, no.
Okay, the will of the D is getting explained, Mustard. So you can't be bringing that up now because it. No, we ain't doing this. I gotta ban him from the chat right now.
Direct
ban him.
descendant of Goldie Roger. Yeah. That doesn't mean what you think it means.
Oh man, Mustard, ban him from the chat. Mods ban him. Mods ban him right now. Oh shit, I think he might be a mod actually.
Wanda says Dragon Ball Super messed up the show for me. How the hell are we going to go from Goku needing 2 seasons to go Super Saiyan to them to power up every like Dragon Ball lost the plot.
Akira
Toriyama.
Akira Toriyama stopped being the guy in charge.
You don't even know what it means. Shut up.
Akira Toriyama was not in charge of Super. That's why it went off the rails. That's why it stopped making sense.
Domesticated Vegeta is the best.
I will agree with that. Domesticated Vegeta is the best because one of my favorite things is from Daima when Bulma's like Vegeta's fighting and Bulma's like, fucking come back here, let these other people fight. And he's like, no, my pride is in the way. And she's like, if you don't get down here, we're not gonna take a shower. Fuck. Sorry,
You're
guys.
on your own.
So yeah, domesticated Vegeta is the best Vegeta. Or Majin, the Majin arc was my favorite Vegeta.
I'm sorry. I gave up. I've said it before, and you know, I'll reiterate that I gave up after Trunks came in, took out Frieza in nothing, and then starts the next season by Goku literally blocking the sword with his fingers. And I was like, I'm done. I'm not watching it ever again. I'm fucking done.
My calling card for the entire fan base was anytime I would start a conversation and they'd say, they'd ask who my favorite villain out of Dragon Ball Z is, and I would always say Kid Buu. And every time I say Kid Buu, everybody's like, "Oh, well, I don't understand. He was just a kid. He just didn't do anything. He just wanted to destroy shit."
Yeah,
That's the point. I don't. If you haven't realized yet, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a person that needs their villain to have a big, super ulterior motive.
some big flowery speech.
Yeah, some big flowery speech. Just, I want to fight. This guy looks strong. Let's fucking go round.
Straight battle beast mentality. Hell yeah.
That is all that season was when it was Kid Buu. He's just like, you two look strong. Let's duke it out. That's all I needed. I don't need a big grandiose speech. Jesus.
Wanda says, well, I was like 13 when that happened, so I let a lot of shit slide for the adrenaline and serotonin. We all did. But after that, the only Dragon Ball I've watched has been Dragon Ball Abridged by Team 4-Star.
As you should. That should be your only alternative.
That's it. That's all I've watched, and it's my favorite.
Because if you can't throw me a line from Super Kami Guru, we ain't chilling like that.
Let's see.
All right, I'll read this one from Mustard because I've been arguing with him in the chat, telling mods to ban him. So Mustard in the YouTube chat. Okay, I'm out of the game now, so we had to wait. We had to wait for him to grace our appearance. Thank you, Mustard, for gracing us. We appreciate it. That you took time out of your busy schedule. Okay, I'm out of the game now. I can type. The will of D basically means your whole lineage is a giant middle finger to the natural order of the world. So arguably, it is a chosen one situation. That is okay, but that's the thing. Yes, you come from a lineage, but there have been also multiple stories where showing you come from a lineage doesn't mean you do shit about the lineage, or it means you get smacked the fuck down no matter your lineage. Like not even in anime, but in actual movies as well.
Where it's not a chosen one.
Yeah, that's not a chosen one thing. That's just that's a lineage storyline, and those are two totally different things.
Yeah, that's more if anything, it's closer to Dune than it is anything else. Because even Dune falls into the chosen one trope, but Dune also really plays up the lineage bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know
But
about Dune, so I'm out of that one.
yeah, it's fine. But I mean, no, chosen one is Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker. All these other bullshit things like Naruto. Naruto is the chosen one. He's the one that's the universe. He's the main character chosen by the universe. Luffy is not. Luffy has worked for all his powers, all his upgrades, everything else. Luffy has worked for it, and
And some by dumb luck as well.
yeah. So
Because if you remember, him eating the gum fruit wasn't him being like, I want to do this to get powerful. It was more or
No.
less, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. But yeah, getting back to it, yeah, Dragon Ball Z is definitely in the overrated category, and I'm with you, man. The second I hear, but
Oh,
can
yeah.
they beat
Oh, yeah.
Goku? I'm like, I'm done with the conversation because nothing you say is going to convince them.
No, the villagers were just sick of dealing with him. It wasn't chosen. They were just sick of dealing with him. That's the difference. Like even, oh my, I didn't want to argue One Piece today. So,
If anything, Itachi was more of a chosen one than Naruto. I can see your point. I can also disagree with you.
yeah, same here. Like, I can see how it's happening. Now, if we want to talk to a chosen one, I would say that Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen would be a chosen one.
That one's a hard sell, but I can totally see what you mean.
Yeah. See, like it's
we
a
we
hard-
all like chosen one storylines. We all do because they're so fucking good. It makes us feel good. I like when that character is just that guy. Hell yeah, dude. That's Gojo.
yeah, that really is Gojo. That. Sorry, I had to stop myself. Hi, folks. Welcome back to VTN. Yeah, I gotta blessed. I gotta remember that I can't say some things because I don't know if people read the mangas or not. So I gotta stop myself before it's
Yeah,
like animated.
shut up.
So
Gojo is just super fucking strong. Gojo is not just super fucking strong. He's super fucking smart. Strong has nothing to do with the way that you use your strength. Smart is everything how you use your strength. That's Gojo. Gojo is just he outclasses in everybody, and that's why he is the fucking goat. Like because he's not just strong, and that's one of the reasons I loved the beginning of My Hero Academia, which was underrated, which became overrated.
is the whole new season out completely? Yes. The part 1 of Culling Games just finished last week, so part 1 is all done and completed.
Cool. Gotta catch up.
Sorry,
With it.
just wanted to answer that real quick because I just finished it and I loved it. So
Yeah, I gotta get on that and bo.
yeah, I gotta start that this week. I gotta
Well,
get
now,
back.
now that I'm conscious and not fucking sick in bed, just writhing away, because fucking. But yeah, that's an anime that I love that was underrated, which was My Hero Academia, which quickly became overrated.
Oh, so fast. Like
And
it was good till you got the weird people in it, man. Like it's always good till you get the motherfuckers that don't shower in it. And they ruin-
yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that. I don't know if anybody has seen that, but there's a guy going around conventions and
who has the smelliest fan base.
who has the smelliest fan base. Yeah, and it's always My Hero.
Surprisingly, My Hero Academia beats all of them.
Always. And it's not even a close margin. Like it's overwhelmingly My Hero Academia. An overrated anime, Attack on Titan.
Yes, Attack on Titan was overrated as hell. That was a revenge story. That was a poor revenge story.
It was a poor revenge story.
And that's coming from somebody who was a absolute slut for revenge stories, okay? And that was a poor one. Because then you have people like, well, Aaron was part of the part of this Holocaust. And you're like, okay, but they've been turning people into Titans and releasing them on your island. So it's more of an eye for an eye situation. What? I feel like this is just him getting revenge for watching his mom get chewed on, and then he convinced his dad to do it. Where did we lose the plot here?
Where did we lose? Where the fuck did we go from revenge story about his mom to time travel?
And that's where everybody gets confused, or at least those that were like, "Oh, Aaron Yeager, please, my brooding senpai, shut up."
No,
Oh,
not it's not Aaron. It's not Aaron that everybody calls daddy. You know who it is.
keep it. Who is it then?
It's Levi.
Levi. Yeah. Levi was the saving grace of that. I'll give it that.
Levi was the Gojo of Attack on Titan.
He was the Gojo of that show because he knew what he wanted.
You motherfucker can't stop him.
Yeah, just I want to kill Titans. Anything
That's
else?
it.
Name?
That's it.
No.
Gojo, you're attracted to this person. I don't know what attraction is, and if it has nothing to do with killing Titans.
So let's visit the YouTube comments real quick while I need to stop sweating for a minute. Whew, stop myself. From Wanda, one of the best opening songs was Bobobo. It is. Wild Challenger is still one of the best anime intros in my opinion, and I will argue that until the day I am in a jar, nothing but dust. I would love to save it to Spotify, but they don't have it, so fuck me. The next one by Colonel Mustard, Time Traveling Revenge Story, snooze. Yes, it is. Time travel is a boring thing because most people don't know how to use it. Next
Or
one.
they use it to retcon.
Yeah, or they retcon stuff and then character deaths mean absolutely nothing. Fuck you for that, Marvel. Colonel Mustard. Like it's I don't know what that was referring to, but okay. Colonel Mustard as well. Levi is daddy, you fucking weirdo. Mods, please ban him from the chat.
We don't have mods. Overrated as fuck. And I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and I don't care. Death Note.
Yes. Oh God. It's the fanboys that really just make these insufferable.
No, it's a bad story. It's a bad story. And here's the thing, okay? Like everything else about that fucking show was honestly pretty good. The animation was good. The designs were good. Even the story components were good. But in the end, it's a bad story. They didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know how to fucking wrap things up or make this person not essentially a god. You know who I'm talking about. But it's a bad story. Like, it's bad. And it's so fucking overrated. It is, and it gets so fucking overrated because one of my friends was like, you need to watch Death Note. You need to watch Death Note. Death Note's this and that. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And this is back when Death Note was at its like, peak popularity,
highest, when everybody was the next L, wasn't that?
Yeah, everybody wanted to be L. And this is when it was at its peak popularity, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll give this fucking anime a shot. Finish it, and I was like, I don't see the hype.
I ain't touching this shit with a 10-foot. I don't know. I watched like 2 episodes. It wasn't even enough where I could justify the 3-episode rule that we have. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I tried. I was like, nope, I'm good. This shit is just boring. It's so god awful. I couldn't do it.
If I introduce, let's see, hold on. Mustard says, biggest mistake of the show is when L took the L, but I still love the show, and it's a better story than Naruto and Inuyasha. Inuyasha is also bad.
Inuyasha has its moments, and that's where it stops.
That's it. Yeah, it's a collection of cool moments.
Yeah, that's
How
really all
many
it is. Is it?
fucking how many times can we visit the same goddamn story arc? But anyways, no, the biggest mistake of the show is that it breaks once again. It breaks its own lore. If for instance, we'll use Jujutsu Kaisen as a fucking an example of this. Gojo is the most powerful user there. Nothing in that show breaks that rule. He is the most powerful motherfucker walking that fucking dick swinging playground. He is it. He is peak. That is it. He gets fucking trapped through some bullshit, but he's still the most powerful motherfucker. In Death Note, L is the fill in the blank because I don't know how many fucking titles he had from fans and parts of the other show, but he is the peak at this, and then gets outsmarted and killed. So how the fuck is he the peak of this?
Oh my god. I don't know. I stopped asking. I stopped asking questions like that with animes like that because just they're gonna get trounced by the guys that are dark and brooding that do nothing but sit on Discord and watch anime with their Discord kitten.
Edgy anime?
Yeah.
You mean like the other super overrated one that came out around the same time, Tokyo Ghoul?
Man, I am reading through Tokyo Ghoul because I didn't. I hear a lot of people say don't watch it, read it, and that's what I'm trying to currently do. But it's a slog. It's very.
It's so fucking slow and dumb and
Oh, the oh, okay. So with Tokyo Ghoul, my problem with Tokyo Ghoul is that the fights are cool, but they only happen for 3 chapters and then they are done. And then we're right back into people being like, I'm a ghoul. I'm struggling with myself. How will I ever live? Like, shut up. Go drink your coffee and go fight other people.
right.
Get out there. You have an eye patch and a mask. You are not blending in with anybody.
You are not doing the Batman thing. You just fuck off.
No, you drink your
Inuyasha equals a
coffee and
demon
go fight.
grooming a teenager. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but yeah, okay. Death Parade is overrated. It is overrated. I think so
I got nothing
too.
on Death Parade. I got nothing on Death Parade.
I've watched it and I've read a couple of chapters. It's definitely overrated. It's another one of those basic storylines that gets so fucking hyped out of the water by everybody that reads it because they think that they've discovered something new.
Oh, they think they've struck gold when in all reality it's like you struck copper at best.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, fair enough.
You didn't strike a goddamn thing. You're in the chips aisle at Walmart. Chill out.
I will say since we've been shitting on a lot of stuff here, folks, and obviously we are a good and bad thing. We're
We try to be balanced.
yeah, we try to be balanced here. So let's talk about what we think is underrated. What in our opinion, we could do anything because I have two. I have two right off the top of my head, but one is a comic book, one is a manga. So, we'll touch on that when we get there. What would you say is underrated? Like you think, man, more people should get into this.
Honestly, for as much as I don't like it as a personal thing, Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin is a fun romp. Trust and Betrayal is a beautiful, beautiful, just work of art. And I think that it is severely underrated because of not only the era, because around that time, everybody was getting really tired of feudal Japan type shit, i.e. Inuyasha. But it's super underrated, and I think a lot of more people should give it a chance. I believe, God, man, there's so many out there that I'm just like, ooh, I know, and then like I know that's what the show is about, and I came with a list, and now that I'm trying to remember the list, I kind of,
See, that's why you write it down. That's why you always write it down.
you know what, you're right. I should have written it
That's
down.
that's what I do. I always write it down. So my first one is it's a comic book series, and it's called Minimum Wage. Now, this comic book series isn't exactly. It's not a superhero. It doesn't deal with any like big fights or like gigantic monsters or any superheroes or anybody who gains powers. All it is, it's about a dude who draws cartoons for like a Playboy-esque magazine and wants to get into like actual cartooning. And it just follows his life as he's trying. Okay, that's what I figured. He's trying to do that, he's trying to figure out if he wants to marry this girl, if he wants to have a family. He freaks out. He gets married, gets a divorce, lives with his parents. It's a whole big, like, just living in New York in the 90s, trying to be an up and coming illustrator.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a nice slice of life sort of thing. And I always talk shit on slice of life until I started getting more into it. And now I'm happy that I am doing more of it, because it's nice to not have to be like, oh great, a power up. Well, this fight's over. That was super fun. Let's do it again sometime. Maybe in the next arc, when the next bad guy is super duper strong, we don't know how to kill him. Maybe we can do it then.
The Unwanted Undead Adventure is way underrated. Is that the one where he dies in the dungeon and comes back as a skeleton? Because if that's the one, that's a fucking hilarious show. Hello, Ichinyan.
Oh, thank God you said that, because I was trying. My brain almost exploded trying to figure out what the hell that was. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Another one that is super underrated. Hell of a story. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay, so that's the one I was thinking of. I just couldn't remember if that was the
I always
specific
see that
title.
one. Is it good?
It's hilarious. It's great.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Awesome. You'll have to check that out, because I see, like,
Yeah,
I see
Wanda
it get
did
recommended
introduce
to
me.
me. Yep, I see it get recommended to me, and I'm like, I want to give that a shot. I want to see what it's like.
There is an anime out there that is sad and beautiful and has a lot of elements to it, and not a lot of people talk about it, but it's called Girls Last Tour.
Okay.
And oh man, it's
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to witness the tears flow here live on VT Network on a Sunday as he's trying to recount this story.
all I can say is that it's about two young girls who are child soldiers trying to live in a world that's torn apart by war. And they're
Shit.
literally just trying to survive. And it is dark, it is sad, but it is so good, and it actually has a lot of really good story elements to it. Beautiful to look at as well. Just damn.
Beautifully wrote and beautifully made. Okay, all right. That's one we're going to have to put on the list. Another one for me, now we're going to go on the manga side of it. It is a spin-off. There's an old... Dad, man, I'm going to need you to pull your knowledge here for me.
Okay.
Can't remember what it's a spin-off of. It is a spin-off of an old anime series of an all-boy private school where it was like nothing but testosterone-filled men. And the principal would always say, I am principal blank. I am the principal of insert school here. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to need you to talk for a second because I need to look this up. It's going to bother me.
Okay. But yeah, I highly suggest.
Talk more of the Vietnam show.
It's not Vietnam. Like honestly, I wish.
What timeline was it based in? If we're in a war, like,
if I had to point at a specific time, it was what's left of Alexandria after World War II.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that bleak. Sounds like Yarichin.
You know what? $5 says he's got me pinned.
Probably.
But I want to make sure, just so I don't accidentally like start running my pole polisher and it's the wrong thing. Because God, I will run it, but I'm not going to do it if I don't know. I'm gonna have to copy that because God. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very long name, and I don't want to say it all because I am terrible with names. Okay, yeah, it's Sora Yori. Oh God.
You want to send it to me and I'll say
Sora Yori Takaku.
Sora Yori Takaku?
Yes, that's what it's called, and it is a spin-off. Sakigake. Oh, yep. I'm gonna send that to you. Yep. Yep. Nope. 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 That one is a dead man thing, not a me thing, because I can't pronounce that. So, anyways, what it deals with is the devil is going to retire. So what he does is he sends his two sons up into the world to find him the next queen of hell. And it's not it's
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's a spin-off of that. So they introduce characters from that and like just kind of introduce them in the story and throw them in there. It's nothing brain busting. It doesn't have some deep story behind it. It's just more of it's just goofy shit. It was made for a Japanese Playboy. That's exactly what it was wrote for. It
Yeah,
was finished in
yeah. I know what this
2002.
one is. It's called Charge Men's Private School. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Yep, yep.
Sakikake Otoko Kojuko. Oh.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah,
that's
I mean
awesome.
it's a good story. It's nice. I mean, it's not lighthearted. It's an adult manga, so like
Yeah.
you got to be cool with a lot of things real fast. But
You
it's
gotta
nice.
get real cool with a lot of shit real quick.
Basically, if you're cool with it, go read it. It's entertaining. It's funny. The first, the first arc deals with him having to fight his way through a male strip club to become the number one.
Yeah, yeah. I've actually read a few of these. Not a
Yeah.
lot of them, but I've read enough of them to
Oh, I've
remember
been.
it. Yeah.
Oh, what is released is what I am all caught up on. Like I just checked. I'm one chapter behind actually, and it got released today. So I know what I'm doing right after the show.
Another
But yeah,
one that I
definitely
think is
underrated.
severely underrated that I have so much fun watching is The Devil is a Part Timer.
I was gonna bring that up. You beat me to it. I absolutely love that
I
show.
love that fucking show.
It was so good. It was such a. It was. It's goofy. Like it's not too. It don't make you think. It
It's
don't.
not it's not serious, and it's just serious enough to have a story. And it's fucking hilarious. No, it's it does not take it so seriously in the least way. Do any of you guys watch JoJo?
Oh,
You're talking to somebody who has watched almost all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and dislikes it heavily because of Dio.
all right, Ichin. I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. I watched 2 seasons of it. I read 3. Just couldn't get into it. I have nothing I dislike, nothing I like. I just I can't. I can't. I can't. It's one. It's just one. My brain will not let me. My brain won't let me go any farther.
I think
That's
like
all it burns down to.
so,
Jojo,
I'm
Jojo.
sorry. I'm sorry. Look. There's nothing wrong with JoJo. I think it's such a fun fucking show. I think it's such a fun anime, and I think it's like really like one of those things. But
It knows what it wants.
Dio, Dio is such a terrible fucking character, and since they can't make they couldn't come up with a better villain. They just keep bringing Dio back by breaking their own lore and making up more bullshit excuses for him, and that makes me not want to fucking watch or read anymore. It's
That really
not.
just breaks it when they break their own rules. That's where.
Yeah,
That's.
that's where it gets me. Yeah. JoJo's PA made me gay.
I just, man, I can't read it. That's the problem, and I can't watch it because there's a lot of JoJo out there. And
Everything's a JoJo reference.
is that a JoJo? I fuck everywhere I go. Is that a JoJo's reference?
It
Is that a
is a
JoJo
JoJo's
reference?
reference.
It might be at this point. It might be.
Everything's a JoJo's
I get blown
reference.
behind a dumpster. Is that a JoJo's reference? If you watch the show, it might be.
Oh my god. But yeah,
Might be.
there's nothing wrong with JoJo. JoJo is a staple of anime. It is one of the most classic animes around. It has survived this long for a reason.
It's
And
such a diehard fan base as well.
yeah, it's an awesome fucking show. I dislike it because of Dio. I dislike it because of what Dio is and the fact that coming from a couple of writers, it's not always easy to come up with a new villain, and I understand that. But bringing back the same villain over and over and over and literally for generations of a family is bad writing. That's just, I don't know what else to do, so we'll just bring back Dio. If you have to ask, it's probably a JoJo reference. Yeah.
Dio is my favorite character. LMAO, he's my husbando. You know
Hey,
what?
you know what? And that's awesome.
That's dope.
We support that.
You do you.
We
don't
support
judge.
that. We don't judge at all. If that's your favorite character. We're not going to try to ruin that for you. I'm talking about the overall scheme of the story. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
if you love JoJo's, we support you loving JoJo.
I can't say shit. I'm a diehard One Piece fan. I have nothing to say.
I think. By the way, have you been watching the live action?
No, not gonna lie. I watched 2 episodes and I was like, no, nope. I watched live. I read the manga. I stayed. I tried the first couple seasons of the anime. Not doing it. Not reading the same story for the 18th time. Nope. I'm good.
I like it.
You
We
know-
all have anime daddies. It's all love. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always love. Like I will never shit. I will never yuck somebody's yum.
No,
what
we
I
don't
will
do
do
that.
is argue if you want to argue with me.
Yeah, we'll argue, but know that it's nothing personal. There's a fucking
rated and
there's
Zenitsu is a bitch.
it's just fine. He's just fucking hate.
No, he's not. I'll bet until I stop hearing shit about Sanji, I will not stop talking the most shit about Zenitsu.
Understandable.
Yeah, I know that. I like that because I never hear an argument when that's my counterpoint. It's like, wow, fuck.
The only thing I can say is that Sanji was made during the 90s where that kind of thing was widely accepted and widely a character trope. You know what I mean? Zenitsu being a pest is, I guess, kind of a mockery of that. And that's one of the reasons that they kind of include it. And I can honestly see why, but I can't. If I don't have confirmation, this is all speculation. You know what I mean?
Purely speculation.
Yeah, it's absolutely speculation.
Purely speculation.
Like I'm not going to sit there and be like, this is what the writers intended. No, it's all speculation on my point. And Sanji was created during a time when, yeah, like I said, it was widely accepted. A lot of characters were like that. In fact, what's his name from One Piece? The guy with little purple balls on his head is also another pest. From My Hero. The one with My Hero. I know I said One Piece. From My Hero, the guy with all the little purple balls that stick to shit. Like, yeah, he's also a pest. And I don't know if people or mangakas include these characters now as a look how far we've come or as like a making fun of the trope, because both the characters that you've mentioned are kind of pathetic. Like, or
Sanji?
both. No. Zenitsu. And the little purple guy from My Hero.
Little annoying shithead from My Hero. Okay.
Yeah, they're both kind of pathetic. Sanji's a bad motherfucker.
Oh yeah, especially after the cake arc, girl. Ooh. Yes, they do. And respect to that. Like I like that. Because I mean, there was a manga I read a while ago where it dealt with this like really tiny weak kid, where they had that weird ass haircut of like it all going into one straight black pipe on the top of their head. And I know
It's a JoJo's reference.
probably that black cylinder of hair on the top of their head when they did the like, oh, these are the bad kids in Japan, this is how they style their hair.
Yeah.
And all it dealt with was like, dude was just a perv and all he did was fight, but he kept getting his ass whooped. And like the end of the series, it's done now, which I'm sad about because it was a dumb little short little story, but they ended it right when he was getting trained by the 2 women that he's been hounding after. Then the guy's just like, I'm done writing it. Everyone's like, why? Me. Didn't feel it anymore. We're good.
So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's what the I don't know if that's what the intention is. You know what I mean? Because Sanji's been around since what, the 90s, 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
something like that.
Because One Piece,
And
the first chapter of One Piece got released in 1995.
yeah, and there was characters like that in 1995. So maybe, and like the two characters that we mentioned so far are pathetic. Zenitsu is pathetic. The only time he's any good is when he's literally not conscious, and I think in and itself that's a commentary of how fucking he how useless his cocksucker is.
Annoying. That is annoying. Like we all have our
I
character.
can't call him a cocksucker. Cocksuckers are good people.
Fair enough. That little annoying shit.
There you go.
It's just annoying that you have to be asleep in order to use your full power. Now, so we're coming on an hour and 8, and you
Yeah.
haven't talked anything about Berserk. I need to hear what the reasoning with Berserk is, because that's kind of what
So
started.
this is the cherry on top.
This is the
Berserk
meat of the potatoes.
Berserk is severely overrated. It is bad storytelling. It is bad character development. It is stretching a story to the thinness of transparency, and then trying to justify the choices in making this story by torturing the main character even more. And none of this makes for good storytelling. And I understand that, yeah, he's cursed and whatever. But the thing is that if you read certain parts of the manga or certain parts of the story, the curse is self-imposed. And they like as somebody who likes to make their characters suffer, somebody who does kill off characters regularly as a writer, as a voice actor, as everything else, there is no fucking substance to Berserk. And I do not understand the rabid fan base behind it, because it is just bad fucking storytelling. Go ahead.
I could give a general idea of why
Yeah, take a
this
shot.
would
Go.
be a lot of people's go to when it comes to like their favorite. So obviously we know Berserk was made when Shonen was at its hype, like the big bulky guys doing big good things happening all around. Everybody fights evil, evil win, evil loses, good guy wins. I think Berserk was a lot of people's introduction to the seinen, the more adult version of shonen. And I think that was a breath of fresh air for a lot of people. So they seen this and they were like, "Oh, so it can get gruesome and violent and deal with a little bit more heavy topics than what this current shonen is trying to shove down my throat." Like I can actually see these topics being discussed in a way that aren't meant for teenage boys who are just now discovering the internet. Like this is meant for people who can understand those themes. So I understand what a lot of their grip holds onto it are. I'm not saying we should ball glaze it as much as we should, but I think that's why a lot of people grip onto it, because that was their first mature piece of media that they could ingest that didn't feel like it was pandering.
I can understand that. Doesn't make it good.
No, I'm not saying it makes it good. I'm not saying it makes it good. This is coming from somebody who's.
Oh, I know that was just a cheap shot.
Okay, I was like, because this is coming from somebody that's in the Millennium Falcon arc. I said what I said. The Millennium Falcon arc. That is what the arc is called. I wish I was lying. I'm going to say this again. After the Repentance arc or Retribution arc, it just gets boring. It just gets boring. Yeah, they could have stopped it after that arc, and the story would have been a-okay with me.
Big bulky guy doing big bulky things. Says Wanda.
That's all Shonen is. I mean,
that's all fucking Berserk is. But the thing is that like I've read Berserk several different ways. I've come at it very different ways to try to understand several different things about it. The thing about Berserk that I could never grasp was like, why is this still going? Like you have, like the point of the comic at this point is just masochism. Like all you're doing is torturing the main character. Like that's it. That's the main character exists for the world to torture him. And I don't. And the thing is that there is no like, there is no heroic payoff in the end. There is no like, yes, you are being tortured because you're going to receive some grand reward. No, the mark is self-imposed. The mark, it curses you and your entire fucking bloodline, and you did it to yourself. So
It gets worse. As it goes on. Like it never stops either.
no,
Because I'm in, and he's already got the and like he got the armor,
yeah,
and every time he uses the armor, everybody's like, we could probably not do that. Like you can swing this giant slab of metal or iron, like you can swing this thing like it's a baseball bat. Why do we need the armor? And he's like, I need it for this. For what?
for what?
Yes.
Why? Like what does it do? Nothing. It just it's overtly complicated for no reason. The arcs are shallow. The characters are
War
shallow.
scenes. Oh, the war scenes get dragged out forever, and it looks just like a bunch of ink got thrown at the page and they prayed for the best.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
It sucks when the most depthful character you have is Griffin.
Oh God, yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. Only one with more than one dimension to them is Griffin.
Nope. No, you're not wrong. Like it's still fuck Griffith, but yeah, you're not
Yeah.
wrong. That's like somebody made a post about Griffith being a good character, and this guy got his like throat chopped, and everybody was like, "Well, why are you standing up for him?" Da, da, da. And he's like, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah,
I'm not
standing up
I'm
for
not
him.
I'm not standing up for him. I'm not saying what he did was right. What he did was the most shallowest narcissistic thing to ever exist. But he is written like a great villain. But
Yeah.
as a character in the story, it's fuck him. You can
Oh, yeah.
have a difference between the two. He could be wrote as the greatest villain of all time, but it's still fuck him.
Absolutely.
Another example of this, Darth Vader can be great villain, but it's still
Wonderful
fuck
villain.
him. Still wrote
Yeah.
as fuck.
Still killed a bunch of children. You know.
That's what it burns down to. They can be wrote as a super awesome villain, but it's still fuck that character. They did bad things. Like it's not a hard two-way street to go down. You either go left or you go right.
But that's my entire thing with Berserk, is that I've never, like in the years reading it, because every blue moon I'll catch up and I'll read what's out there, and then I'll be like, okay, but we're doing this again. Oh no, Guts suffers more. Griffith does Griffith things. Oh no, more people die. Just nothing. It is so fucking shallow.
Oh no, we bring another person into the party that contributes absolutely nothing to the rest.
And then
of
they
the
die.
party.
Like super overrated.
We're just hitting a lot of. I've noticed we're hitting a lot of things that are.
Popular.
It's written. Yeah, we're going into the popular territory, and it like a lot of stuff is overrated, but that comes with a certain like of taste too. Like we also have certain things that if we see it, we're not a huge fan of. Like I think Back to the Future is overrated. I just don't like time travel.
I love Back to the Future.
That's my thing is I just don't like time travel. So I just think Back to the Future is overrated. And I've watched all of them.
I love Back to the Future because it accidentally did something really cool.
Was it the gigawatts thing? It's 28 gigawatts.
1.28 gigawatts. No, what it did was, at the height of romancing the 50s, which was, the late 80s, early 90s, at the height of
2020s, we're romancing the 90s.
Yeah, no shit. At the height of romancing the 50s, it accidentally showed that shit in the 50s was fucked up. Like it wasn't it like it does not deserve the nostalgia boner everyone has for it. Women were raped, like Lorraine, like his fucking mother was going to be raped by Biff, and everybody was just cheering Biff on to rape this woman in a car. Uh, Racism was alive and well. Like there was fucking you know what I mean? Like there was all these horrible things about the 1950s that were accidentally spotlighted in that movie. And I love it because everybody talks about the lessons and whatever, and I get that. But it did something accidentally, and that's one of the reasons I love Back to the Future, is that like when we were like romancing the 50s, you know what I mean? We forget that civil rights was being fought for. We forget that voting rights and the right to literally fucking exist in this country was a struggle, and women didn't have it the best, and neither did minorities, and it accidentally highlighted that. And that's why I love it. Yeah, that's why I love it.
Time travel, my man.
I know.
Time travel.
I know you hate time travel. I know.
It sucks the immersion right out of me. Sucks the immersion right out of me, and I've tried. Unfortunately, I live by my rule. I can't talk shit about it if I've never seen it or like consumed the media. So I have, and I just kicked a plug. Fuck.
That's what you get.
No, that is exactly what I get. That is the movie gods being like, "Oh, you don't like a classic? Bah, bitch." Hope you enjoyed that.
What the fuck is going to happen to me that I talked shit about Berserk? I'm going to get struck by lightning. Fuck.
You might wake up with a mark right on the middle of your forehead.
I know, right? Fuck.
So one last thing before, because we're coming on hour 20. We're coming towards the end time.
Yeah.
I want to make one statement very clear. So a couple weeks ago, or once per show now, I say that I don't like splatterpunk or how it's wrote. I've come to find out I just can't do it in reading form. I cannot do any type of splatterpunk in like just word form.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about this on my long, let me emphasize the word long here, long drive today. I can read Crossed like it's the Holy Bible. I can read that like a holy text from page 1 to all the way to the last page, and I will enjoy every single bit of it. And if you've ever read Crossed, it is the most goriest.
One
of the most goriest stories you will ever consume. Love it. Absolutely love it. Would love to see a live action version of it. And I know I'd have to sell my firstborn, sell both sets of testicles, my heart, and 2 kidneys just to even get like a pilot episode. But I would kill for it. Absolutely love Crossed. But then we go to splatterpunk reading, like just words. I can't do it. I can't, because I don't get the same feeling when seeing it compared to reading it.
I think now that you're starting to intake media a little bit more, like you've dedicated yourself to not only reading more, but and bettering your vocabulary and your depth of reading, and you did that for you. And I told you I'm very proud of you for doing that. No, I think you're starting to realize that there's only so many ways you can describe one thing. You know? And
God, yes.
I think one of the bigger light bulb moments for you, and maybe you can put this together the same way I just did, was Invincible. Hearing Conquest say those horrible things to Mark versus reading them, because reading them,
he's just meat with it. Like you think like he's saying it like I'm big guy coming to destroy the planet. But no, Conquest in the show made it sound like he wanted to fuck Mark the entire time.
Dude, and it's beautiful. And that's what I was telling my son. I'm like, you hearing it is so much worse. And like my favorite one is in the comics when he's picking Mark up by the arm after Mark is like just in rubble and he's about to give up, and Conquest goes, "Hey, come on. Don't give up. You can do this. I believe in you. And you hear the fucking almost love in this guy's voice, and he's telling him, don't give up. I'm not done. I'm not done having fun.
It's,
And it's
it's like that
brutal.
TikTok me and you said each other. Conquest goes into a fight bricked up.
Freak ass motherfucker.
Love, I that one is always my
Jay
favorite.
Parnell, yeah. Like
Yeah.
yeah, he's one of my favorites.
It is it's a pain in the ass when you start realizing a lot of stuff when it comes to media because you take it more seriously. Like I said, some days I do envy back when I didn't understand it because I was just like, oh, that was a good read. But now I'm like, this made no sense. Where was this? What happened here? And now I'm like, oh, or when you and Mustard showed me that Resident Evil movie that did nothing but cuts. And I couldn't watch more than what you guys showed me because I started getting a headache.
I got motion sickness, remember?
Yeah.
I literally had to go lie down.
Oh, so since Dead Man did bring up me reading more, this month's book series I'm trying, it is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
I want to try and get the series this month.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
It's interesting. The first book is it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. After coming off of the Hunger Games series, I just finished. What was the book called, my love? The green one? The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. I just finished that one, and I think this is the first time this has ever happened. Me and my girlfriend both finished the book. We closed it and said that was a waste of our fucking time. That book had the only time it was interesting is when Lucy was being talked about.
That's it.
Beyond that, nothing else about that book was even remotely entertaining
or necessary.
No, it was a word salad with nothing but lettuce. I didn't even get a tomato. Lucy was Lucy was like the little sprinkles of cheese in there.
Yeah, you got a dash of cheese, and that's it. The rest of the book was dry as shit, and I have no idea why the fuck. Fans wanted a Snow story, but whatever.
Like a Haymitch story, I understand. Like the Haymitch story, I get. I'm ready to read that, but Snow, I don't care. I don't give a shit what happens to Snow.
Why he is the way he is.
I don't care. I wanted him to die after he killed Prim in the. It was common ground. I just wanted him to die at that point. I just wanted him dead at that point. But that's just one of those stories, man, where it drains your will to want to read for a minute.
It does. No,
like I was going strong, and then I finished that, and I was like, man, I got to take a break from just reading in general, because I've tried reading a couple books, and every time I'm just like, I'm drained. Like I tried The Witcher.
Witcher's a lot. The Witcher's a lot. That is an uphill.
Well, I wanted to do like in chronological order of how the story is happening. So one of the newest books that came out where it talks about his early days as a Witcher, I wanted to start there and then go into the short stories and stuff.
Yeah, no, no. The Witcher's an uphill battle. That's a mountain you got to climb.
Yeah, I've realized that. So
we are at an hour and a half, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I got it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you've been here for an hour, for a minute, if you just tuned in, or if you're tuning in after the fact, thank you for watching. We really, truly appreciate all of you. This has been our little list, and I hope that you took something cool away from it. And if you want to continue arguing, please just come back next week. We're going to argue some more. Next week's show is going to be about Bobo. And one of Kivi's favorite fucking series ever, and like it's gonna be hilarious because I haven't watched this in fucking years, and so catching up with this shit is gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm stoked! I'm so excited.
I hope you guys had fun today. please check out Dark Charm Media. We got more stuff coming out. This week was a free week, but next week stories continue. And I'm already deep in another chapter for another series, and I'm already starting a chapter for one of the more popular series that we have for some fucking reason called Writer's Room, where everything's a little goofy.
It's because
And
they love hearing all of us actually bullshit.
it is a lot of us bullshitting, like, so.
The fans yearn for more fun with dirt, and this is their replacement.
Yeah. So check out Dark Charm Media anywhere you get your podcasts, anywhere you want to hear us be funny and listen to stories. With all that being said, though, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you, everybody, and it is warming up. So, Gibby, what's your advice?
Oh God, please, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting warm. Okay, 70 degrees outside. It's starting to get there. Okay, it's gonna be humid. Me sweating. All right, a lot of us got a little extra. So, for the love of God, keep your balls clean.